Good morning. Do you listen my voice? If you listen my voice, raise your hand. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Good morning to all of you, dear students. Good morning. Okay, let us start. Yesterday we discussed about permutation and combination. Permutation and combination. Who can give the definition of permutation among of you? Raise your hand. Who can give the definition of permutation? Please raise your hand. Who can give the definition of permutation? Do you listen me? Do you listen me? Hello. Please, who can give the definition of permutation? Raise your hand. Kusagra. Admission number 8474. Can you define Kusagra? Unmute yourself. Kusagra. Kusagra, unmute yourself. Kusagra.
Hello.
Kusagra, do you listen?
Yes, sir.
Can you define permutation?
No, sir.
Why? Not revised.
Yesterday,
Tell me what is the value of factorial 2? Value of factorial
sir,
2.
yesterday I not attended class.
Okay. Okay. Mute yourself. Mute yourself, Kusaka. Yesterday I told you factorial 4 means what? 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. The product of first n numbers, the product of first n natural number is called factorial. Just like here, if we have factorial 5, then it means 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. Product of first 5 natural number is called factorial 5. Similarly, we can say the product of first 6 natural number, just like 1 into 2 into 3 into 4, 5 and 6, it gives factorial 6. Getting? But simply we write like this way, factorial 6 is equal to 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Getting? It means 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It will be factorial 5, then 6 into factorial 5. We can write. Here, from here, we can write that factorial 6 upon 6 is equal to factorial 5. Can we write? Factorial 6 upon 6 is equal to factorial 5. Getting? Similarly, factorial n means n into factorial n minus 1. We can write like this way also. Factorial n minus 1. There are some questions whatever given in exercise 8.1. Some important question. I want to explain. That is question number 6. Question number 6. 8.1 question number 6. Here, 6 first part. It is given convert into factorials. We have to convert into factorial, and that is 3 into 6 into 9 into 12 into 15 and into 18. Okay. So 3 can be written as 3 into 1. Very simply we can write. 6 can be written as 3 into 2. 9 can be written as 3 into 3. 12 can be written as 3 into 4. 15 can be written as 3 into 5. And 18 can be written as 3 into 6. Very simple maths. Here, how many times will be written? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Means 3 multiplied by 6 times. It means 3 raised to the power 6. Getting? Into we can write here 1, into 2, similarly into 3, into 4, into 5. We can write. Here it will be 3 raised to the power 6. And what is this? According to this definition of factorial, the product of first 5 natural number. The product of first 5 natural number is what? Factorial 5. Therefore, we can write 3 raised to the power 5 into factorial 5. So we can represent this like this way. Getting? The second part of the question, second part. That is convert into factorials. Here the question is 6 into 7 into 8 into 9, 10, 11 and up to 12 is given. Up to 12. Now what we can do? We just multiply 1, 2, 3, just like this. 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. Okay? In numerator and denominator both. Here again 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. This will be cancelled and again the value will be same. Again we repeat from 6 to 12. 6 into 7 into 8 up to 12. Up to 12. Getting? Now here this is the multiplication of first 12 natural numbers. First 12 natural number. Multiplication of first 12 natural number is called factorial 12. So here, at the place of this we can write factorial 12 upon factorial 5. It means in factorial form, this statement can be written like this way. Factorial 12 upon factorial 5. Getting? Now the last question, that is question number 7. In exercise 8.1, do you have any doubt? If you have any doubt, just raise your hand. Exercise 8.1. Any one of you? Adit Pratap Singh, Akansha, Ans, Ayushpati, Kriti, Kusam, Boso, Prabhakar and Vansika. If you have any doubt in exercise 8.1, you can raise your hand. It means no need to explain. Now, any question from question number 7? No doubt? Okay. Here the last question I want to explain. First let us see the third one. Third. Question number 3. Two questions I will explain from this. Question number 7. Third. What is this question? factorial 6 or 1 upon factorial 6 plus 1 upon factorial 7 is equal to n upon factorial 8. We have to find the value. I think you have pen and copy with yourself. It will be better if you just try to solve this question and compare with the answer sheet. 1 upon factorial 6 plus 1 upon factorial 7 is equal to n upon factorial 8. This is the question number second, third. Here we can write it will be better if we multiply both sides, right hand side and left hand side, by factorial 8. If we multiply by factorial 8, right left hand side and right hand side, then it will be factorial 8 1 upon factorial 6 plus 1 upon factorial 7 equal to n upon factorial 8. And what we get? Here it will be factorial 8 upon factorial 6 plus factorial 8 upon factorial 7, and here factorial 8 and factorial 8 will be cancelled and it will be only n. Okay? We can write here now factorial 8 can be written as 8 into 7 into factorial 6 upon factorial 6. Again, this can be written as 8 into 7 factorial 7 we can write here 8 into factorial 7 upon factorial 7. Why? Because this is the rule factorial n can be written as n into factorial n minus 1. Due to this reason, here we can write like this way. Here it will be implies equal to n. Now this factorial 6 cancel, factorial 7 cancel. It will be equal to 8 7 jump 56, 8 7 jump 56 plus 8. That will be n. This implies that n is equal to how much? 64. The value of n will be equal to 64. Getting? Now let us see the question number 5, the last question of question number 7, and this is the last question of exercise 8.1 also. Let us see. Prabhakar, do you want to say something? I think. Yes, unmute yourself. Prabhakar, what do you want to say?
Can we do this question in another way, like taking
Yes.
1 upon factorial 6 common?
Yes, you can do. Okay. If you have any doubt,
Okay,
just solve that question, and you can send in the WhatsApp group. Okay. From there I can approve that is correct. Okay.
Okay.
Mute yourself. Here the question number, fifth part of the question number 7, that is the last. Here question number 7. It will be better if you solve with me also. Question number 7. You should also solve by yourself. Start solving and compare with the answer. Here given factorial n upon 2 into factorial n minus 2 and factorial n upon 4 into factorial n minus 4 are in ratio 1:6. Are in the ratio 1:6 and we have to find the value of n. What is the value of n? Okay. Here r in the ratio means this is to this equal to 1:6. Getting? Here we can write factorial n upon 2 into factorial n minus 2 is to factorial n upon 4 into factorial n minus 4 equal to 1:6. 1:6. Now change it in fraction form. In fraction form, if you change it in fraction form, it will be like this way: factorial n upon 2 into wait, here factorial n upon 2 into factorial n minus 2 whole upon this value now this. If you write, I think you know a is to b can be written as a by b also. So similarly here this is to this can be written as first part upon second part. Means factorial n upon 4 into factorial n minus 2, and which is equal to 1/6 also. I think there should be no doubt here. Now again take the example: a by b whole upon c by d can be written as a by b into b by c. Can we write? So I am going to write the left hand side like this way. It can be written like this: factorial n upon 2 into factorial n minus 2. Can you see? Yes. Factorial n upon 2 into factorial n minus 2 into 4 factorial n minus 4 upon factorial n. Factorial n means if this is a by b upon c by d, then a and b in numerator, a and b, this and this value will be numerator and this will be denominator. So here 2 factorial n minus 2 and factorial. Get it? And its value will be 1/6. Now your factorial and cancel. 2 1 are 2, 2 to the 4 is also cancelled. Now let us start the next step. What we should write next step? How we should write the next step? Here it will be 2 into factorial n minus 4 upon factorial n minus 2. 2 into factorial n minus 4 upon factorial n minus 2 is equal to 1/6. Getting? Now it will be like this way: 2 factorial n minus 4, and this can be written as n minus 2 n minus 3 factorial n minus 4 is equal to 1/6. Getting? Factorial n minus 2 can be written as n minus 2 n minus 3 n minus 4. Just like if here factorial n minus 1, factorial n can be written as n minus 1 factorial n, then n minus 1 can be written as factorial n minus 1 can be written as n minus 1 minus 1 factorial n into factorial n minus 1 here, n into factorial n minus 1 means 1 will be less. Okay, don't confuse, 1 will be less. Again this and this will be cancelled. Now cross multiplication: 6 to the 12 is equal to n minus 2, and here n minus 2. Getting? It means here we find the quadratic equation in variable n. It means here I am taking this side to this side, and we multiply n minus 3 and minus 2, n minus 3 is equal to 12. After multiplication, we get like this way: n square minus 3n minus 2n minus minus plus 6 is equal to 12. This can be written as n square minus 3n minus 2n minus 5n, and then 12 into this side, then it will be minus 6 is equal to 0. Means in quadratic equation, it will be in this form: n square minus 5n minus 6 is equal to 0. Okay? And after calculation, we find that its value will be factorization. Its value will be n plus 1 and n minus 6. N minus 6 equal to 0. Okay? N plus 1 and n minus 6 is equal to 0. Now by zero product rule, value of n will be minus 1. When you see, value of n will be minus 1 and 6. Value of n will be minus 1 and 6. Means here, value of n will be minus 1 and 6. But here we have to find the n. Factorial of negative number is not possible. Okay. Factorial of negative number is not possible. Therefore, the answer of this question will be n is equal to 6 only. This is the answer. N is equal to 6. Minus 1 is not possible in this case because the factorial of negative number is not possible. Okay. Now let us see. Here some question from exercise 8.2 also. 8.2. 8.2 is basically related to fundamental principle of counting. Fundamental principle of counting. Yesterday I explained using the example of 2 school bag on 3 water bottle, and there are 4 natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and with the help of these 4 numbers, if we want to make a 2-digit number, then how many number possible? I also explained it yesterday. And on this base, we just give fundamental principle of counting, that if an event can occur in a different ways, and after the occurrence of first event, the second event is occur in n different ways, then the total number of occurring that event is equal to m multiplied by n. This is a fundamental of principle of counting. We multiply. And I also give example. If you have just 5 shirt, okay, 4 pant, 2 pair of shoes, and 2 tie, then how many times you can arrange this? So it will be multiplication of this. 5 4 are 20 and 20 4 are 80. Means 80 times you can make a arrangement. This is a fundamental principle. Principle of fundamental principle of counting. Okay. Now let us see some question from this exercise, and I would like to give the introduction of exercise 8.3 also today. Here the first question of exercise 8.2, that is, in a cricket match, how many choice can be made for a man of the match? Man of the match, how many choice can be made? In cricket team, if you are playing cricket, so there are 2 teams, one with bat and the other team is doing fielding. One team doing batting and the other team is doing fielding. There are 11 player in each team. So it means total number of the player, how much? 22 player, and only one player can be man of the match. Getting? Only one player can be man of the match. Then the possibility of this means choosing man of the match is what? Total number will be 22. Okay, only one can be chosen. Two man of the match is not possible. So only one, and total number of players is what? 11 plus 11, that will be 22. So in this case, how many choice can be made? The number of choice made for man of the match is equal to 20. This is the answer. Getting? Again, in question number second given, in a class there are 22 girls and 17 boys. The teachers want to select either a girl or a boy to represent the class in a function. Okay. So in how many way can a teacher make this selection? So here total number of boys is 22 and total number of girls is 17. It means total number of students of that particular class is what? 17 plus 22, and it will be 39. And there are only one means only one representative is possible for that particular function. So out of 33 students, only one is possible. It means the total number of how many we can the teacher from a team means total number of represent the school in a quiz competition. Total number of students chosen from the teacher for that particular function is equal to 39. Simply, only one can be chosen. And how many? 39. So just like the first question, there are 22 students, 22 players, and one can be chosen as man of the match. The number of choice is what? 22 in first case. So in second question also, the number of choice will be what? 39. Getting 39 will be answer. How you write? Just make a statement. Number of girls is equal to 17. Number of boys is equal to 27 at 22. Total number of boys is equal to 39. According to fundamental principle, only one possible, and there are 39. 39 into 1, or simply you can write 30. Total number of choice made by the teacher or that particular person to represent by one student is equal to 39. Okay. It will be better if you take the help of example also. There are so many questions related to that, you can do by yourself. Now, here question number second part. Of 11 cricket player, listen carefully, very interesting. Of 11 cricket players, in a cricket team there are 11 players. So one is to be chosen as captain, okay, and other is vice captain. So how many choice are there? Means how many way we can choose a captain and a vice captain. Look here. It means there are two seats. Here there are two seats. And you know that very carefully. Here in the fundamental principle of counting, repetition is not allowed. Fundamental principle of counting, repetition is not allowed. The total number of players is equal to 11. Total number of players is equal to 11 here. Total player is equal to 11. So anyone can be sit as a captain and anyone can be as vice captain. But here there are 11 choices. Anyone can be chosen out of 11. So here it will be 11. Okay, we have 11 choices. But the person who is chosen for captain, we cannot choose in vice captain. Can we choose? A single man can be captain and vice captain. Not one. So here now one means one place already full as a captain. Now for vice captain, how many players? There are 10 players. It means we have 10 choice here. 10 choice. Therefore, number of choice, required number of choice you can write here. Required number of choices is equal to what? According to fundamental principle of counting, it will be 11 into 10. That will be 11 into 10 means 110. 110. Getting? Here you will get some interesting question also. Again, question number third question. Akars is coming very late. Question number third. Second, third. Lata wants to go abroad. Lata wants to go abroad by air and return by ship. She had a choice of 6 different airlines to go and 4 different ships to return. Then in how many ways she can perform her journey? Okay, I want solution. Here I am giving the 50 seconds, and the student who solved this question, raise your hand. I will ask you that particular slide. Okay, try to solve. Think. Raise your hand just. Who will give the answer? Here again we are using fundamental principle of counting. Who will give the answer of second, third question? Raise your hand. No one. Okay, Prabhakar again. Okay, unmute yourself. Prabhakar, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Tell and the answer.
Hello.
Yes, I am listening. Tell
Sir,
that.
there are 6. Lata has 6 choices
There are
to go by airline. So
okay, answer. Tell only answer.
24.
24, exactly. Now unmute yourself, Prabhakar. Kirti wants to answer. Kriti. I want to ask to Kriti. Kriti, unmute yourself and give the answer. Kriti.
The answer is 24.
I'm sorry.
Answer is 24. 24.
24.
24.
Exactly 24.
Yes, sir.
Why 24?
Sir, because there are 6 different ways and the 4 different ships. So while going in every time we can go 6 into 4 will be 24.
Okay.
And every time the pairing will be done with 6 different what is that? 6 different
6
airlines.
different airlines.
Yes.
Lata wants to go
pairing-
abroad. She can use 6 different airlines. So she had a 6 choice for going abroad. And from coming there, she has 4 choices.
Yes, sir.
So the total number of choices 6 into 4, that will be 24. Okay, thank you. Unmute yourself now. Means mute totally. Very good. So in this way, you can give the answer of this question. Now let us see one more question which I want to tell you. From question number 1 to 10, do you want to ask any question? 1 to 10. Question number 1 to 10. Please raise your hand if you want to ask any question from question number 1 to 10. I will give the PDF form of the solution also. 1 to 15. Question number 1 to 15. Go through the question and ask if you have any doubt. Up to 15. Okay. Now let us see. You try to solve. If you have any doubt, again we will discuss from here. Now let us start the permutation. The within 5 minutes, 8 minutes. Within 8 minutes. I will try to give the introduction of the permutation. Permutation. Permutations. Simply, it is represented by here capital P, capital P. Okay. Each of the arrangement which can be made by taking some or all of a number of objects is called permutation. Some or all. Just like there are 6 students. Try to understand. There are 6 students and I want to make one capital. Okay. How many ways? There will be 6 ways. If there are 6 students and I want to call 2 students at once. If there are 6 students and I want to call 2 students at once, this will be also, we will represent here. Similarly, out of 6 we want to 3, then also. Just like if we have 3 numbers A, B and C. We have 3 numbers A, B and C. A, B and C. How many arrangements possible? Here it is possible AB, BC and AC. AB, BC, AC, again BA, CB and CA. AB means here, don't think that this is the commutative law of multiplication. Okay. Okay, Kriti, wait, I am asking. Wait. Here AB and BA. Here AB is not equal to BA because this is the arrangement. If there are 2 students, if I take the first one first place and the second one second place, and next the second one first place and the first one to second place, so this is a 2 type of arrangement. Both are not same. So here AB is not equal to BA. Therefore, we can arrange AB like AB also and BA also. So this is a different type of arrangement. Permutation means all possibility of arrangement. BC, CB, AC and CA are a different thing. Here there are 2 seats. Okay. If I take the A here and C here, and I can get first position and second position. Okay. First position A here. Here A is at the first position and C is at the second position. And here again C and A. Here C at the first position and A is the second position. Then how we can say that both are same? Both are different. So therefore, how many arrangements possible here? There are 6 arrangements possible. Okay. In this way, the permutation, the number of permutation of 3 different objects taken to at a time is what? How many? 6. 3 different objects are there, and we want to take 2 of them. Then it will be 6. There will be 6. Similarly, if we have CAT 3. That means 3 letter CAT. We can also arrange these 3 letter taking all at a time. Means all the 3 letters we can take simultaneously. It will be also a 6 time. Means arrangement possible 6 time. Okay, wait. Yes, Kirti, what do you want to say? Unmute yourself. Kriti. Do you listen, Kriti? Unmute yourself. What do you want to say? Kriti, do you listen?
Hello. Yes, sir.
Tell.
Sir, whatever you're writing on the blackboard on the left side is becoming blur. It's not clear.
Where? This side.
Yes, sir, it is not clear. On the left side, it's on side on which you are keeping your hand, it is clear. But
Listen, it will be better if you increase the brightness of your mobile phone. Okay. Maybe.
on increasing the brightness, it is becoming more blur.
It may be also due to network slow, and increase the
So,
brightness.
sir, network,
Okay, it will be.
sir, net is this
True.
one?
But
Okay,
then, yes, Kirti.
sir, net is also working very good this time. That is why I have told you. Maybe this is a camera problem or
Here
what.
also we have a mobile phone. In that mobile phone, we can see properly. No problem. Increase the brightness. Okay, I will try to write some little means.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Mute yourself now. Getting? So it means. What happened? Admit. What are you saying? Okay. It means if there are total n article and we want to choose r article from them, then total number of permutation will be NPR. Getting? Total number of permutation will be NPR. Where what is N? Total number of object or total number of article. We want to take R article together to make a group or to make a choice. Then the number of permutations, the number of choices will be NPR, and it is equal to factorial n upon factorial n minus r. So here NPR means factorial n upon factorial n minus r. Getting? If there are n articles and we want to make a choice taking all the article items means NPN, then its condition will be factorial n upon factorial n minus n, and it will be factorial n upon factorial 0. And the first day I told you factorial 0 is what? Equal to 1. Because if here will be 0, then it will be not defined. It will be better. Factorial 0 is what? That is 1. Simply love it. Factorial 0 is equal to 1. Here it is not mentioned. Why it is 0? No any proof. Therefore, you should also learn factorial 0 here or here in class 11 also. Maybe in higher classes you get the proof. So here NPN means factorial n upon factorial n minus n. Then factorial n upon factorial 0 and factorial 0 is equal to. Then there are factorial n choices. Okay. Similarly, if we have n article and we want to take one, how many possibility of making a group? that means factorial n upon factorial n minus 1. So this can be written as n into factorial n minus 1 upon factorial n minus 1. N minus 1 n minus 2 cancel, and it means np1 will be n. Getting? np1 will be like this way. N. Here npr is equal to factorial n upon factorial n minus r. npn is factorial n upon factorial n minus n is factorial n and similarly np1 is what factorial p. It will be better if you learn in the beginning. Just like 5p1 means what? 5. 10p1 means what? 10. Okay, and 5p5 means what? Factorial 5. 6p6 means what? Factorial 6. Okay, like this way we can do. Similarly, here npr over np0 means what? np0. N, can you see from here? Yes. np0. np0. np0 means factorial n upon factorial n minus 0. Okay. Just like, for example, if there are 10 students and I want to make a group taking no one student, then how many group possible? Is it possible? Means a zero group, not possible. So here it will be factorial n upon n minus 0. It will be n, cancel, its value will be 1. np0 is equal to 1. np0 is equal to 1. That is the number of permutation of m different objects taking nothing at all as 1. Means the group itself, the number of the student itself, whatever we take. Getting? So I think this is the introduction of permutations and sum. One thing more. The number of permutation of n different objects taken are at a time repetition of the object allowed is n raised to the power r. Just like if we have here 3 seats, 1, 2, 3. First seat, second seat, third seat, and there are 10 students. Can you see? No. Wait. Yes. There are 3 seats. Here first seat, second seat, and third seat. That's right. Third seat. And there are 7 students or 6 students. Here for first place, I can choose any student among of 6. Their number of choices will be 6 here. Getting? Similarly, for the second place, here repetition is allowed. Here the condition is what? The number of permutation of m different object, the number of permutation of n different object taken r at a time. Taken r at a time. So here there are 6 students, and how many seats? 3 seats. So we can take any one out of 6 students here, 6 person. There are 6 choices. Here repetition is also allowed. So we can also have 6 choices. Repetition is allowed. We have 6 choices here also. Then how many permutations are possible? How many choices are possible? 6 here, 6 here, 6 here. Means 6 raised to the power 3. 6 raised to the power 3. Similarly, if we have 5 seats, then 6 raised to the power 5. Similarly, if we have r seat, then it should be 6 raised to the power r. It means if the repetition is allowed and if we have n seat, n object and r seat, and number of repetition is allowed, then for first seat we have n choice, for second seat also we have n choice, for third seat also we have n choice, for fourth seat also we have n choice. Similarly, up to r seats We have n choices, so that will be n into n into n into n up to r times, and it will be n raised to the power r, simply like this. So this is the theoretical portion related to the topic introduction of the permutation. Okay. Now the exercise of 8.3 we will discuss tomorrow, means in coming days. Thank you. All the best.
Terus jadi secara kreatif,